Alright, tough guy, you want to talk about the Switch? We can go there. We can talk about the Nintendo Switch. I know it's got a sequel. I saw the announcement. I also saw the leaks. I buried my nose deep in there and took a big huff. But I won't be speaking on the leaks directly for fear of my life. I feel as though if Nintendo caught wind of me talking about leaks, they would send an ICBM to my house to take me out and then serve my next of kin a lawsuit just out of spite. So we're not really going to be tiptoeing there, but I will at least talk about a couple of the rumors. That's alright, I'm sure. I mean, does a bear shit in the woods, you know what I mean? I'm sure that's probably safe. But yeah, I have been pretty vocal about, not being the biggest fan of Nintendo as a company. I do always like the games they put out. Their first-party titles always slap, but I just don't really like Nintendo themselves. With that bias out of the way, let's talk about the Nintendo Switch. Also, another bias to get out of the way, I've also been vocal about how disappointingly underpowered the Nintendo Switch is. It's got about the same amount of power as my calculator in high school used to have. It's pretty laughable. And while they haven't fully revealed the specs on the Nintendo Switch 2, there are leaks about it, which you won't find me speaking on. I'm treating that like Voldemort. But there are rumors that it will be about as powerful as a PS4 Pro, which I think is pretty fucking good. I've said for a long time, I don't think graphics are the most important thing when it comes to games, so as long as they can just get a consistent 60 FPS, I'm happy with that. And as long as they have a hard drive that can store more than like 2 JPEGs on it, I'm happy there too. Because the base Nintendo Switch, I could only ever install 3 games at any one time. It was just this frustrating headache of playing musical chairs, just perpetually juggling these games around just to make space. And I know I could have bought like an external hard drive for more space, but I shouldn't need to buy an accessory just to store more than 3 fucking titles. Anyway though, while the specs haven't been revealed, the design has. So it's very similar to the original Switch. I'm not going to play any bit of the video because I feel Nintendo might strike the video if I played even a single fucking frame of this thing moving. I just don't take any chances when it comes to this company anymore. But this is what it looks like. And I know some people, at least based on chat's reaction to it, are pretty disappointed that it's not like a complete reinvention of a Switch. It's just a bigger version of it, which I personally don't think is a problem at all if you just set the Switch to Wumbo. I think that's fine because as far as handheld devices go, they kind of nailed that. Like even the Steam Deck follows a very similar design. Like they did get it right with the Wii U's design for handheld gaming, and the Switch went and refined it. It's not really going to keep changing its form all that much, like some kind of grand metamorphosis into a fucking butterfly. I'm pretty satisfied with how it looks. It's a bigger screen, a little more real estate for my man paws to get around, and by that I mean 5'6" meaty paws. Not that impressive. The point is, like, it feels chunkier, but it looks chunkier. So that's good. And as long as the spec leaks are accurate, it's going to be decently powerful. For the first time in a long time, Nintendo will actually have hardware in the 21st century. We did it. We finally made it. We're finally there. I'm honestly kind of surprised because I half expected them to play hardball and double down on this reluctance to enter the modern age. I thought there was a chance that for the Switch 2, they'd release the specs and it'd be like the same 1-to-1 carbon copy formula as like the Ouya or something like that. Just severely lacking in the hardware department. But if all of the leaks and rumors are true, it will be very solid, which is great. Now, since this reveal, there have been a lot of Nintendo enthusiasts that have been clowning on me for a tweet I made a while back where I was making fun of Nintendo with pretty low-hanging fruit. I made a tweet saying Nintendo's going to reveal the Nintendo Switch 2 requires a hand crank to power it, which I think is kind of a banger. It's not the most inspired tweet, but it's just one of those on the toilet bowl, might as well poop a little something out onto Twitter type tweets. And I let it rip, and then this got revealed, and they're talking about how poorly aged that was. It's not like I seriously thought they were going to do that, like power it with a hamster and a wheel or anything. I was just making a joke about how out of touch Nintendo is when it comes to tech. Or in general, really. Nintendo is just unbelievably out of touch across the board in every aspect and avenue. But that's neither here nor there. Overall, I'm pretty optimistic with the Switch 2. There were some people in chat saying that the Joy-Con port looks like a possible failure point, where when you like slap it on, if you put it in incorrectly, it looks like it could just snap off. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I understand the argument because it does look like it could break off with a little rough housing or if you just put them in wrong, incorrectly. But I think there's just a very good chance that it's built pretty sturdy. Like it looks kind of durable from just that brief glance, but when the Switch 2 arrives, I'll put it through its paces. I'll give it like a fucking ring dinger, like I'm doing a chiropractic adjustment on it. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of like my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2. It looks about how I expected it to, and the specs are a lot better than I expected them to be, but we haven't seen a whole lot from it yet, other than like a little glimpse at the new Mario Kart, which is hype. But yeah, I'm more optimistic about it than I thought I would be. Now, I would like to show you a little something special that we went over on stream. It was already leaked to be Mario Kart 9. Love to hear that. Also, speaking of leaks, did anyone see what Hideki Kamiya had to say about it? His take on leakers is... he's drawn a hard line. I hope that all of the people who leaked Switch 2 information, / those who helped leak it, will be cursed for the rest of their lives to always have poop on the soles of their shoes when they get home. The shitty leaker only acts for his own pleasure and self-satisfaction. Not only is he not contributing to anyone's benefit, he is incurring all sorts of opportunity losses and has done nothing to be proud of in front of others. He is the worst of scum, so he should be covered in shit from head to toe and thrown out of the atmosphere and then stop thinking and wander forever. These damn leakers are in a position of responsibility where they have access to information that only a very select few know, yet what they do is nothing more than an expression of a filthy desire for approval that lacks a shred of rationality. They are shameful people, so it is not the manufacturers whose secrets have been exposed who should be blamed, but these damn people, and they need to be crushed as soon as possible. If you guys don't know Hideki Kamiya, he has amazing rants. He's also like very notorious for blocking everybody. Literally everybody that ever breathes blocks them. Oh yeah, one of his big things is he will block you off rip if you don't speak Japanese. Yeah. If you don't speak Japanese, you are insta-blocked. I forget, are you blocked by him? Let's see, I imagine I am blocked by him, but I'll double check. I don't go on Twitter, so there's a chance I'm not. I am not blocked. Leakers destroy planned marketing that basically wastes money for everyone involved. That's why we get crappy reveals like this one. I mean, there's plenty of arguments for like why people don't like leakers. I get it.